Welcome to Kansas Speedway in America's heartland for today's running of the Hollywood 400. I'm Mike Joy with Darrell Waltrip.
Mike, these guys, these crew chiefs, they can throw away the notebook. This is a whole new racetrack. Progressive banking, extremely fast. Hang on to your helmet. Along with Kentucky, Kansas is NASCAR's newest venue, and a whole city of entertainment options have grown up around this speedway. The folks in the Midwest, they like their racing as much as anybody in the country. And in its short history, this track has proven to be one of the most competitive in America.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the NASCAR 15 season here at the Kansas Speedway for race number 2 of the round of 12. We of course already locked in the next round with our big win in the last episode at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in dominating fashion, as we try to replicate that today here in Kansas to get another win just to help us out as we proceed on to the round of 8 after this and Talladega. So we are green and underway here at Kansas. We are down the outside lane making passes by Joey Logano, Tony Stewart, and Ricky Stenhouse. 3 chase contenders we've already passed. Now 3 wide with Stewart and Allmendinger here in the middle, sliding up the track a little bit here through 1 and 2. Big run and exit. We're going to go in between Newman and Stewart. 3 wide, aggressive move here for 15th. Contact with Tony going to 3 and 4. Resale right by them. In the side of Martin Truex Jr. push him up the track. He keeps it off the wall, and we get the momentum, force our way up into 14th on exit of 3 and 4. As we move on to lap 2, we are in 14th. We're gaining time now on the 21 of Ryan Blaney, who won this race in the spring here at Kansas off the strategy. Now we slam him in the wall hard there through 1 and 2. He loses all his track position. We go high but get a huge run to the outside of Jeff Gordon. Go by him. Go 3 wide with Kenseth and Keselowski, and sent it by Biffle now trying to get up into 9th place here through 3 and 4. It's going to work. We are going to get into Biffle, use him up the track. He's going to bounce off the wall. He hit us. We get a big wiggle. We're 3 wide now for 9th. It is intense racing here in Kansas with 25 to go. Myself, Matt Kenseth, and Brad Keselowski 3 wide for 9th in an intense battle, but we get the high ground here on the high line and sail it off through 1 and 2. Now go around the outside of the 18 and Kyle Busch for 8th. Oh my goodness, trying to pull underneath the 40 to Jimmy Johnson right there. Almost wrecked him, but we give him a bump, and now moving to 7 through 3 and 4. Now just chasing down the top 6 as Kurt Busch right now leading this race. Denny Hamlin up there in front of us in 6. Oh, off the wall. We bounce off the wall and in the side of Jimmy Johnson. Not the way we wanted to be starting this lap, bouncing off the wall. So now we gotta regroup here with heavy pressure from Kyle Busch right behind us. We go back to the inside of Jimmy Johnson, get into him there, a little bit of contact, use him up, Jimmy in the wall, and we take 7 from Jimmy. Now gonna go chase down Denny Hamlin, running in 6th place if we want to gain some positions here in Kansas. Of course, ahead of him you got Kevin Harvick, Casey Kane, it looks like up there, Carl Edwards, and Kurt Busch. Your leaders, as this is ourselves here in 7th. Still having a great run here for Kansas. Of course, earlier this season in the spring race here at night, we finished in 3rd place here in this Kansas race. As now we try to beat that, but trying to go to victory lane today to make it 2 for 2 in the round of 12 as we follow the 11 of Denny Hamlin here, and getting a nice run here on the exit of 2, chasing him down using the draft. Now we got a run here heading to 3 and 4. We go high to get a higher entry and diamond the car on through the apron right here on this inside lane and do the Harvick line and get a big run here next to the corner. Not quite we wanted. We're still just right behind Denny Hamlin here, but here we are, 22 to go here in Kansas, and a big draft here on the back of the 11. Denny Hamlin's going to be some contact. We're going to use him up, just move Denny up out of the way, and that's how we're going to take 6, and we're going to really put him in the wall right there. So he tries to get around us on the high side. We throw a block, he bounces off the wall, and we take the 6th position now. As we come to 21 laps to go, Kurt Busch continues to dominate right now, comfortably leading over Boyer, Edwards, Harvick, Casey Kane in the top 5, and of course ourselves in 6th, and then Denny Hamlin in 7th. 21 to go. We are in 6th. So now we move on to lap 8 here. So another lap later, Denny Hamlin back on our inside for 6. Gets right back around us. As now we make some contact, give him a little bit of a bump here. Really rattling his cage right now. And in the 3 and 4, we're going to give Denny a big shot. Move him up out of the way. And we're just going to fence Denny Hamlin. I mean, the way we've been racing each other started at the beginning of this season at Martinsville, Bristol. Short tracks. He's repaying for all that here when it matters most. In the chase. So now we're even. We move him out of the way as we move into 6th, and now we go way high into the wall as cars come down pit road. That's Edwards, Harvick, Boyer, and Kurt Busch. Now we sail by Casey Kane to take the lead here with 18 to go. We fly by him as he was slowing down to avoid the guys who are right in front of him coming down pit road. So now we take the lead here at the Kansas Speedway as we like to come down for a green flag scheduled pit stop shortly. So we take the lead, sail right by Casey Kane, are in a great spot now. Truex third, Biffle fourth, but we're going to have to come down for a green flag pit stop this time by. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to slow up. But Casey King gets a huge run in our bumpers. He manages to get it slowed down much better than we do here at Kansas. He gets in front of us. We give him a bump, go through him here as we just make it to pit road speed into the pit lane. Get 4 tires, full tank of gas, get the second repairs, and then we are going to make some adjustments here. We're going to try to loosen the car up by going down 2 on all the tire pressures and the wedge and the track bar. We need the car to be a little loose. So the car's a little too tight right now, so we keep sliding up the track a little bit too much. We need to get the car to be a little bit looser. It's a little too tight, so we're going to loosen the car up.
Okay, guys, get ready.
As we come into the pit box. Pit crew doing a great job here on the right side. Clean stop there. They make the adjustments. Cost us about 2 seconds right there. And now they go back to this left side. They're going to change left side tires. Clean there. Fill her up with gas. And we are now going to be on our way out of the pits. We come out in a great spot. We come out right alongside Casey Kane. Get him loose because we face through each other coming out of the pits. And there goes Kurt Busch. And Kevin Harvick. Boyer goes by us. Edwards goes by us. As Denny Hamlin staying out as he comes down pit road. So now looks like we're going to cycle out to be in 5th, I believe, as we jump ahead of Casey Kane but fall behind Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer by more than we did before. As we look to cycle out to be in the 6th position, in the 5th position here in Kansas with 16 laps remaining. I move on. A couple laps later, lap 15. We're chasing down Kevin Harvick now for 4th place after we cycle back into 5th. We got a big run on him as he slows up. We go right to the inside of Kevin Harvick, and we move right back into 4th place now here through 3 and 4. Nice easy pass right there. Get right around Harvick. Kurt Busch is continuing to dominate and pull away from the field by far right now as we get a firm grasp on 4th place here in Kansas. Now I move on. 3 laps later, lap 19. We have lost 4th to Harvick after bouncing off the wall, racing the lap car, Michael McDowell. So now 9 laps to go. Kyle Busch in the 18. They're getting a big run behind us as we slide up here through 1 and 2. Low on fuel, tires wearing, trying to hang on to every position possible right now. Kyle Busch really heating us up right now as we look to get to this final pit cycle. We go a little high. He's going to get some momentum low, and Kyle Busch goes right by us. I mean, he zooms right around us for 5th place here. 8 to go. Coming up on the final pit stop. It's probably going to be this lap for us, but we got to get something to get ahead of Kurt Busch and the rest of them. So this time we get in the corner, get in the bumper. Kyle Busch returned to 18. Around he goes, and the caution is out for the first time today. Kansas in dramatic fashion. Chase gets myself and Kyle Busch. Either we bump him and we just spin out Kyle Busch. Caution comes out. We want that position back bad, and we end up taking out Kyle Busch. The caution is out. We come down here with all the leaders. We come out here in 5th as we are green and underway for the most likely the final restart here with just 6 laps to go. Kurt Busch and Clint Boyer on the front row. We already are on the inside of Clint Boyer for 3rd. Carl Edwards for 3rd place. We are making a great move down the inside. We take 3rd from Edwards. Now get some momentum. Go to the inside of the 15 and Clint Boyer to move into the 2nd place position. And that's what we do. We clear Boyer. We're into 2nd. Now it's just chasing down that 41 car of Kurt Busch, your race leader, who has absolutely dominated this race. Has been pretty much unstoppable. But we have something for him late. Do we have anything for him? We go a little bit way too high here in the 3 and 4. Big chuck up right there. That costs us some crucial momentum we need to gain the 40 lap. Joey Logano makes us go way high up the racetrack there as we almost get clipped off of his bumper, which would have been the end of our day and would have been so frustrating. Luckily, we avoid that and now get a nice big run here on Kurt Busch through 1 and 2. A beautiful corner right there in the draft. And here we come. We are chasing down Kurt Busch down this back straight with 5 to go. Now here we are. Big run on the back bumper. Kurt Busch into the corner. We get into the back bumper. Kurt Busch contact. He's going to go up into the outside wall. Here's we show another replay. He just gets up into the wall right there. The 41 of Kurt Busch bounces off the wall. Now we're going to block Casey Kane and Joey Logano. Both the big runs. A huge block we throw on the top. And we lead this way back to line. We barely holding off Casey Kane and Joey Logano here with just 4 to go. Kane goes high. We block that. And the aggressive blocking and aggressive racing continues here as we try to hold off Casey Kane and Joey Logano in this wild fight to the finish here in Kansas. Kane around our bumper. We blocked that. Logano right there behind him. As everyone close, battling hard for position. Stewart battling Allmendinger for 4th. Now Kasey Kahne, another big run on us here through 3 and 4. We look to block that. He goes high. We block that one all the way up there. Now here we are. 3 laps to go in Kansas. Myself and Kasey Kahne, teammates at Hendrick, going through an intense battle right now to decide a winner. Who is it going to be? Will we prevail? Or will it be Kasey Kahne or Joey Logano now, who's battling Kane for 2nd on the outside? They're side by side for a position, which helps us pull away from them. I just want to see them keep being side by side so we can pull away and secure this back-to-back wins here to start the round of 12. We go a little bit way too high there through 3 and 4. We somehow keep it off the wall. Kane clears Logano, gets momentum now. Just 2 to go here in Kansas. The battle is on for the win. I think it looks like it's between myself and Kasey Kahne here to decide it. We have done a tremendous job blocking like our life depends on it. Now Kane's going to get a run here down the backstretch. We hold him off. Now to 3 and 4. If we make a mistake in this corner, that's going to give Kasey Kahne a huge opportunity. We sailing in deep here. Slide up the track. I mean, really way up the track here. We're almost into the outside wall. We make it to the corner. Oh, and now myself, Kasey Kahne down there for the contact made. Kane slows down, and he's going to get hit hard by. So there's a huge crash behind us. The whole field is wrecking. Cars are flipping and flying, but we've taken the white flag. So the race is going to end under green. And so there's a huge pile. I mean, look at the mini-map. Half the dang field is stuck. I mean, that's more than half the field. Stuck through turn 1 and 2 of this huge crash for that block we threw on Kasey Kahne. And now we come to take the checkered flag through 3 and 4 over A.J. Allmendinger with a huge block on Kasey Kahne. Seals the deal through the final corner. We're going to go back to back. We win at Kansas, and our 2 wins in the round of 12 propel us to the round of 8 comfortably. And then we passed all the wrecked cars, and look at all the damaged cars are destroyed. DNF cars. Hell, I mean, Kansas is destroyed. Look at this. A whole bunch of guys demolished, and now we're going to burn it down in celebration after we wrecked half the field on that block coming to the white flag. And then Kasey Kahne gets absolutely drilled by the guys behind him and triggers a huge crash, taking out many chase contenders. Not exactly the way we wanted to win it, but honestly, with the way we were, it didn't look like we were going to win on that initial strategy before the Kyle Busch caution. But after that, we made the move on Kurt Busch and blocked, did what we had to do, and got the win here in Kansas. And are now burning it down in the infield to celebrate this tremendous victory, as we really have dominated the season so far. I mean, this is what, our 14th, 15th win, something like that. Right? We've just been so good. I can't even count how many wins we've had this season. And so we celebrate a big-time win here, burning it down. Now we're going to go celebrate in victory lane with the crew. Now we're going to view the final race results. Of course, myself, your winner, leading the last 6 laps of the race and putting down the fastest lap. Your runner-up, A.J. Allmendinger, having himself a good finish. Brad Keselowski, your second chaser, in 3rd. Joey Logano in 4th. Both Penske guys in the chase having good finishes. Jeff Gordon, top 5. Jimmy Johnson, our chase contender, in 6th. David Reagan finishes 7th. Kurt Busch 8th. And then 2 chase contenders, 9th and 10th. Tony Stewart and Clint Bowyer. I see here we got the guys who are involved in that wreck now. And you see Denny Hamlin finishes in 12th. Then you got to go down to Brian Vickers in 16th. Harvick in 17th. Kyle Busch in 18th. And then Ricky Stenhouse in 20th. For the rest of your chasers in the top 20. And then outside that, Kasey Kahne 21st after that contact on the last lap. And then you got to go all the way down to find, I mean, Matt Kenseth and Greg Biffle, non-chasers, but they both DNF from the race. Not the way they wanted to finish. And then Danica Patrick also DNF, finishing in last. Besides that, the worst finishing chaser is indeed Kasey Kahne. So we win here in Kansas. Now we're going to look at the updated chase grid. Who's in, who's out, heading to the last race at Talladega. We, of course, are through with our wins. Brad Keselowski comfortably above the cut line, right around the 30-point area above the cut line. Jimmy Johnson and Clint Bowyer are 3rd and 4th, also looking pretty solid, like they're pretty much almost locked into the round of 8, unless they have an issue at Talladega. Joey Logano, though, a little bit closer, within 20 points of that cut line. He's got to start worrying a little bit. Then you got to go down to Kasey Kahne, who's actually ahead of Vickers and Stewart, because the glitch point standings is pretty good there. And then Vickers and Stewart, they're all close above that cut line over Denny Hamlin. And then Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kevin Harvick, And Kyle Busch is a ways out. Kyle Busch most likely is going to have to win at Talladega if he wants to advance. So it's Kyle Busch, Harvick, Stenhouse, and Hamlin below the cut line. As we are, of course, atop the board of the standings. Until next episode, we will have Talladega racing. I hope you all have a good one.